Lone Star Roads, brought to you by the Credit Union of Texas. I'm sitting here with my good buddy, Mr. Jason Eady. Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm great, man. How's it going?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Well, I hear some records are coming down the line here before too long.
Yeah, October. October's the new record.
Daylight to Dark.
Daylight and Dark.
Daylight
That's
and
right.
Dark.
Yeah, and we finished recording about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And just letting all the technical people do their things with it now and finish it up.
Now, of course, you still got, and you're still working AM Country Heaven, which is
Right.
the record that's out right now. And you were telling me before that record came out exactly how you were writing for it and what your thinking was behind it. And that's the fact is that you wanted to go in and you wanted to make a country record.
Right.
Which you did. Anybody that's heard AM Country went, probably is going, good Lord, what is this? Well, that's country music is what that is. But why?
Well, you know, it was one of those, I always came from country music, always. And so I just, to me, it was kind of the known of what I did. And I was wanting to try new things and see what else I could do. And so when I started making other kinds of records and always, you know, with little hints of country and little pieces of it, but trying other things, roots music and that kind of thing. And then finally, I don't know, I just couldn't get away from it. And I thought, man, it's been 8 years now, you know, into making records. And I haven't actually made a country record yet. And so I just went in and did it. And also, you know, just because I think there's just a lot of people that still want to hear 3-chord country music out there. You know, there's still a big, huge audience for it.
Right.
And so, yeah, we just kind of dove in head first. And
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree with you. I will catch myself doing that from time to time and probably more than I need to because like you try to do the same thing. I try to keep up with what's current in Texas music. But yeah, I'll hear I don't know, Johnny Lee tune, and that'll lead me into listening to some Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
You know, it'll lead me into listening to some, you know, Kenny Rogers, and then that's a little bit 70s pop kind of country, but I mean, it's still the old country that's got that certain sound to it. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I want to go back and I want to listen to that.
Yeah. You know, a lot of it too was started buying vinyls, listening to vinyls again. And you know, nobody's making vinyls these days, so that's what you get. You go out and buy old vinyls from 50s, 60s, 70s, and so that also just kind of, same thing, you know, just listen to that old stuff, just led into it.
Go back and listen to some Merle Haggard.
That's right.
Some George Jones. Now we're talking country music, baby.
Yeah, that's my two. That's it.
Those are your two right there,
man,
huh?
that's, hands down.
That's your, if you can have 4 people over to dinner one night, Merle Haggard, George Jones.
Keith Whitley. Man, that 5th one, I'd probably go with Don Williams for that 5th one. That 4th one, yeah.
We can sit here and talk forever about Don Williams, the gentle giant.
Yeah.
Is that guy not amazing?
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got to do some shows with him last year, and I mean, he sounds like he did in 1980. You know,
I know.
Sounds exactly the same. And
and the crazy thing is about Don, is that when you see his show, you swear, although you know he's not, you swear he's lip syncing.
Yeah.
Because the show sounds just like the recordings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that good. His band is that good. And I mean, I don't know how old he is now.
I don't either.
But it doesn't make a difference
Yeah.
because he sounds just like the day he started.
Yeah, and the great thing about his show, I learned a lot watching him play, and his show is all about those songs. That's it. There's no big light show. He doesn't talk a lot. He sits on a stool. He doesn't jump around. I mean, it's just one song after another, and you just sit there and
that guy. I mean, the tech folks on a stage setup have important jobs, but I think the guy that's in charge of the stool that he sits on, the coffee table he puts his coffee on, and the Coke box that he puts his boots on has the most important job in the entire tour right there. Because if you lose that,
that's
show's over. Show's over. But a lot of that, you know, stories like that and songs like that, that's kind of what spawned your idea behind AM Country Heaven.
Yeah.
But moving on to the new record, Daylight Dark. Tell me about what's behind this record.
Yeah, this one, I mean, I'm still staying with the country thing. Not quite as honky-tonk country this time, a little more towards what we were just talking about, a little more towards that George Jones kind of, like later George Jones era, that feel, you know, where it's a lot of stories, songs are a little slower at this time, I think. And but really this one, I wanted to kind of have something that had a thread through it, just kind of a thread through all the songs that tied them all together, so it wasn't just a collection of songs, but actually it's kind of a character, and he goes all the way through. And it's not necessarily a concept record, but the songs are order it in a way that you can kind of follow this guy's progression over through the songs, and it's kind of the same character every song.
And who did you have in mind? Is this somebody you created, or is this somebody? Is it a bunch of different people that you kind of molded into one? Or?
It was versions of me, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That makes it true and honest.
That's right.
Does.
Yeah.
It does.
And so it's called Daylight and Dark is the name of it, and that's a song I wrote with Jamie Wilson, and we wrote that together about a year and a half ago, and that song kind of set the tone for the rest of it, which is, you live one way at night, and then during the day you kind of have to deal with what you did. You have to live with the consequences of what you did at night. So that's kind of the theme of the whole record, but it's still a country record, and I put 2 covers on it. That 2 songs I didn't write. One's an Adam Hood song, and one's Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah.
Song. Yeah.
Well, his name has been coming up a lot lately.
He's unbelievable.
We talked about him earlier in the show today. Wade Bowen, just sent out a tweet about him a couple weeks ago, and I went, okay, I want to see what this guy is. Then I found out he was the lead guy for the Still Drivers. He's been writing songs forever. What's your history with Chris? Do you have any?
I don't know him at all. I was a huge Steel Drivers fan.
Yeah.
I mean, huge. I just loved the way he sang on that record and took what should have been just a straightforward bluegrass record and made it something edgier than that, just vocally. So I was hooked then, and then, he's got this song, and I saw a YouTube video of him doing this song that I think Tim McGraw recorded. And
what are you listening to?
What's that?
What are you listening to?
What do you mean? What am I listening to?
No, that's the Chris Stapleton song.
Oh man, no.
Are you talking about another one?
Yeah, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
There's one called Whiskey and You. The difference between whiskey and you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
There's a new outfit, Chapter 11, that just covered that again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I did it. Yeah, I did it. All the other recordings I've heard of it are kind of bigger, more full arrangements of it, which is what Tim McGraw did on his.
Oh, man, I can't wait to hear that.
So we wanted to strip it way down, because Chris's version that I heard was just real, just him and the guitar. You know? So we wanted to kind of copy that a little bit, get more of that just real simple acoustic feel on it.
Oh, man, I can't wait to hear that. That's cool. It comes out in October?
October 29th is the release date. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate the visit, man.
Thanks.
Would you sign the table for me?
Yes, sir.
Autograph
Sure
that coffee
will.
table. We're going to auction it off for charity here at the end of the season. And run to jasoneady.com. Pick up a copy of AM Country Heaven. Daylight to Dark comes out in October. Make sure and run, check him out. Come back on the other side. Jason Eady's going to play live for us right here on Lone Star Road. It's brought to you by the Credit Union of Texas. Thank you, brother.